my fellow humans, welcome back to another daily dice where we ask the dice for a message and find out what that is. I do want to say thank you to anyone and everyone that continues to be a supportive part of this journey. I'm truly honored to be sharing this time and space with you. And for anybody that is new here, welcome. This is that reminder that we're all here sharing this human experience together, and that this is a safe space to show up as your highest, most aligned, loving, authentic self. And should these messages happen to resonate with you, it would mean so much to me if you were to like, comment, and subscribe below. With that, we are getting a powerful message for your intuition today from the dragons. I'm using the Dragon Wisdom Oracle deck by Christine Arana Fodder. This is what it looks like. So with that being said, let's go ahead and hop to it and find out, dragons, what is the powerful message you have for my fellow humans' intuition today? What is the powerful message you have for my fellow humans' intuition today? Okay, thank you. We've got the fear card on the bottom. Interesting. All right, so what is the powerful message you have for my fellow humans' intuition today, dragons? What would you like them to know? What is the message you have today for my fellow humans' intuition? Okay, so we've got the first house, we've got Cancer energy, and we've got Mars energy. So a lot of Aries energy out here, a lot of fiery energy. It has to do with how you see yourself and nurturing that image, right? Like, how do you wish to be seen, and is that in alignment with how you feel about yourself, right? Like, or are you trying to fit in with how someone else thinks that you should act and be or look like, right? Because it's like, sometimes it's easy for us to feel like, oh, this is what I want, but we might actually be using someone else's image to guide us and not realizing that we're falling into that trap, right? Especially with the fear card coming out on the bottom. I'm going to put this here because I feel like it just wants to be seen, right? Like, this is that fear of being ostracized or judged or cast aside even. And what I feel this is saying here, it's like, how you feel is how you'll lead, right? So like, if you feel good about yourself, you're going to be a good leader. If you feel bad about yourself, you're not going to knowingly know how, like, you're not going to know how to lead others based from a place of confidence. It's going to come from a place of fear. And so they're saying here, it's so vital for you to look into, like, is how I'm looking how I want to look? Is how I'm presenting myself the way I want to present myself? Or is this so that I'm accepted and admired and fit in? Am I nurturing myself because that's what's important to me? Am I nurturing how I feel and how communicating what I want to communicate into the world? Am I nurturing that, or am I trying to change it so that people will understand me better because I feel like I've been so misunderstood? Now, the truth is that we have to understand ourselves. Like, no one will understand us if we don't understand ourselves. And that's what this feels like. It's just reminding you to understand yourself on a deeper level and just choosing to nurture that, watering that seed, and knowing that you have a right to be seen and heard as you are. And even if people don't understand that right now, that doesn't mean that you're wrong, right? It never meant that in the first place. All right, so let's get some cards on it and see what is the important message for their intuition that you have today, dragons. Whoa, thank you. We've got the Six of Cups. So something from the past is coming up here, as well as something that you care about, right? Something that you really love doing, or that you really appreciate, or you like spending time on. What is the powerful message that you have? Okay, so you're getting 3 cards. I don't usually do 3 cards on these, but we'll take it. This is interesting because there's a huge change here. Something like where you're going from feeling like you're a fly on the wall, just watching everybody happen, to actually participating in the world. And I feel like that comes from shifting and choosing to focus on seeing yourself as you are. This little character is holding a mirror up to her. I don't know if I can get that in the light there. Yeah, he's holding his mirror up to her, and it's like that reflection of self is coming in. Like, how are you choosing to see yourself, and are you choosing to admire yourself too? Like, it's okay to admire ourselves, right? It's not arrogant. In fact, it's how we learn to appreciate people who actually see us for ourselves rather than trying to change ourselves because we fear not fitting in. Like on the bottom of the deck, we've got the Emperor. Yeah, this is all about you embracing your strength of character. And there's this huge shift that's about to happen for you where suddenly you're no longer going to be blending in. And it might feel like maybe you've started over time and time again. Like it feels like, oh my gosh, like I've had to do this over again, or I've had to start making new friends again, or I've had to find a love again, or whatever it is that you feel like you've had to start over and over again. But this is something you're not starting over. It's like literally going back to a version of you when your inner child was wounded. And it's like, you know, maybe when you were a little girl or a little boy or a little person, a little human, you were like, I really want to be a famous rock star. And then for whatever reason, life sent you down this road where you had to wear like suits and be all pristine and all put together all the time. And you're like, no, I really want to be like a rock star with these ripped t-shirts and baggy pants and, you know, tennis shoes with drawings all over them and everything like that. That's what you really want to do. But for some reason you're thinking, oh no, I need to keep myself pristine because, you know, it's what I'm used to. That's what it feels like. Are you used to the way that you're appearing, or is it how you actually want to be seen? And that's what I feel like is a very vital question for you right now coming through. So let's see what else they'd like to say. Dragons, what is a powerful message for my fellow humans' intuition? I love this message so much. The Sun card just flipped out. Self-express and embody truth. Look at that. Yeah, this is all about how you express yourself, how you allow others to see you, but more importantly, how you see yourself. It's like when you see yourself fully, others are going to see you too. And it's going to help you understand, like, are these people in vibe with me or are they not? And when they're not, that makes it easy for you. That's cool. You can just walk away. They can walk away. Nobody's none the wiser. We go our separate ways. Everybody's happy. We have Chiron energy on the bottom. Hurt and heal. We were talking about that childhood wounding. So there's someone that hurt you along the way, or there's something that really hurt you along the way that said you're not allowed to express yourself. And this became a belief for you. And I feel like your intuition's been trying to tell this to you, been trying to help you with this, but you've been healing and unfurling and pulling things away and this, that, and the other. And it's like, it's just like one of those things, like, it's like, what is this wound? Like, where does it come from? And I feel like it's difficult for you to go that deep because it could be a repressed memory. It could be repressed energy, or maybe you're just really harshly judged and you don't want to relive that again. And all of that is understandable. All of that is understandable. But not letting your fear get the best of you, because you're reminding yourself, I'm safe right now and I'm strong enough to deal with this because I'm not reliving it. I may be re-feeling it, but I'm not reliving it. I'm not going through those things anymore because I'm putting myself in a safe space. So we have lake, stillness coming out here. So meditation will help you get closer to your answer here. Meditation and stillness, like staying in the silence, I'm hearing. I feel like sometimes it's hard for you to sit in the silence because this memory or this hurt is popping up for you, and it's like, oh no, I can't. It's got to go back in the bag. Like, I can't bring that up. Like, we can't do that. But it's also important for you to deal with this because it's very heavy. And the more that you face it, the easier it will be. It will no longer trigger you that way, and you'll be able to express yourself freely. Yeah, strength with mountain here. It's been a huge, huge journey for you. And this has been a lot of hardships that you've had to go through. But you've also overcome so much, right? And the mountain, I love the mountain because it's not about getting to the other side. It's about getting to the top of the mountain, which means all the hardships are in front of us as we're climbing. Because when we get to the top of the mountain, we have the best view ever. Right? We can see the whole valley. We can see the rest of the mountains around us. We can see everything that's below us, everything that we've overcome. It's not about walking down the other side where it seems easy. None of that really matters. The only thing that matters is getting to where the view is. Seeing things from a higher perspective. Because all of those challenges have given you strength. It's interesting because they're showing me that book Holes. I don't know if you've read that. I've read the book and watched the movie, of course. But Holes, the movie and the book, it's where he's talking about they have to dig these 6x6x6 holes, right? It's like a six feet in circumference, round hole that's 6 feet deep. And that they're digging for this treasure, whatever it is. And so Zero's talking to Stanley, I think is his name. And Stanley asks him, "What does it ever get easier?" And Zero says, "No, it never gets easier. You just get stronger." And that's what I feel like Source is telling you. Like, it never gets any easier, but you get stronger. And I feel like that's what Chiron teaches us too. Like, it never gets easier, but we get stronger. And that's the difference. And when we lean on that strength, we can see just how resilient we truly are. It's not about Source putting us through unsurmountable tasks and challenges. It's about us gaining resolve for the journey, knowing that we're capable of overcoming it. We've got moderation on the bottom with Rhinoceros. Too much of anything is a bad thing, right? So always come in moderation, even with this, even with the healing journey. Like, it's okay to take breaks from shadow work. Like, you don't have to overwork yourself. You don't have to just constantly be in a place where you're doing shadow work. Sometimes I feel like a lot of people get really obsessed with shadow work, which is not a bad thing. But then all of a sudden their progress slows down and they get really frustrated. And it's like, sometimes you just have to step away. Like, shadow work is intense. And we kind of have to give our body some space and time to catch up with all that emotional shedding, right? We have number 33 here with change and chameleon. Yeah, so that's what I was saying. A big change is coming, right? And trusting the process. And 33 is 6. Okay, 6 is all about balance, harmony, resolution, seeing yourself through eyes of the divine, of unconditional love. But then 33 being a master number, we're looking at your angels are with you, the number of creativity, the number of expansion and growth, right? So there's a lot going on here where you're growing spiritually through these trials, but the trials now are facing yourself. It's like looking yourself in the mirror. Sometimes that is the hardest, absolute hardest thing that we can do. Okay, so I feel like I want to get some of the answer oracles out here. Source, can you please give us a few more messages here for this reading? Fire. We have carnival, celebration, and ceremony. And this feels like burning away the old. This is something to celebrate. What else would you like to say here? Ring. Okay, we have wedding, token, and band. You know, it's interesting because I'm actually getting a different message from this card. When we look at a ring, we see the circle. There's a couple of things. You can see 0 or you can look through it and see the whole world. But the other thing is that it's the cyclical nature of life. Like, we'll always come back around, kind of like the Wheel of Fortune. Like, sometimes our time is down and sometimes we're coming back up and sometimes we're at the top. Right? So what I was saying, like with the mountain card, it's all about getting to the top. And I feel like that's what this is right now. Is like you're on the up and up and you're about to come to the top where you're going to have the view. We've got the exam here with diagnostics, certifications, election, and registration. I feel like this is saying like you passed the test, right? You learned what you needed to learn from this. You've passed the test. But now it's about applying what you've learned. Give up the previous plan. Like, release old patterns, embrace change, and clear the way for renewal. Yeah, so this is about you opening up to a new way of being. All right, so I'm going to put this one here. Let's take a look at what your card was. The Earth Chalice. Oh, I love these cards. They're so beautiful. All right, so Earth... E. Sing the alphabet in your head. Because I don't want to be the only one singing it in my head. Okay, Earth Chalice. Alba, the queen of all dragons, is white as freshly fallen snow. Purification. And her scales are set with thousands of sparkling diamonds. She is the guardian of the 4 holy chalices, the protector of the 4 elements, the warden of the holy hall of baptism in which these chalices stand. This very day, the Great White Queen has invited you to take part in a baptism in the element of earth. The baptism is a rite, a rebirth, a ritual cleansing. Baptism is the threshold for the old, from the old to a new way of being. Prepare yourself for this by washing and dressing in white clothing. You don't have to do this or anything. It just talks about awaken to a new light, right? So you're being reborn here, resurrected with the earth chalice. Let's take a look at this fear card. The red fire dragon would like to teach you that feeling and sensing are forms of intuitive knowledge. If your emotions are blocked or lie buried in the past, suffering, pain, abuse, or fears, access to your inner wisdom will be obstructed. Ask the red fire dragon to free you from all negative experiences and their crystalline structures within you. These structures are often located in your back, causing pain and rigidity. They can sometimes also disturb harmonic energy flow into our organs. Where there is fear, there can be no love. And then they have a meditation. Let's see what the end of the meditation says here. May every living thing be happy and free from fear. May this sentence be with you until the end of days. Yeah, okay, so this is like overcoming this fear, this disconnection that's been there. And look, I didn't even realize this, but the mountain in the back, I just now saw that. The mountain in the back. So it's been a mountain, it's been a journey for you, but it's when you let go of the fear, you're going to be born anew. And that's when things are going to change for you, and you're going to be able to express yourself knowing, like, this is how I truly feel about me. And that's the most powerful place that you can be at, okay? So this is what I see here for you. If you felt like this was your reading, leave a little fire flame emoji down below and say, I burn away the old and I start afresh, renewed, knowing that I'm settled and grounded in who I am in this moment. And if it resonated with you, it'd mean so much to me if you were to like, comment, and subscribe below. If you are interested in supporting the channel further, you'll find everything you need in the description box, including how to reach me for a personal reading, as well as how to join as a member here on the channel. And with that being said, I'd like to take this moment to thank your guides, your spirit messengers, your angel source, my spirit guides, as well as a special shout out to the dragons for coming through to give us this powerful message for your intuition. And until next time, my fellow humans, stay human. Bye.